Hey guys, it's your girl Cynthia Renee, and welcome back to the Unwind Rewind, where I sit back and recap some of my favorite shows, which I'm sure some of you guys' favorite shows as well. And with that being said, let's get into today's show, which is Snowfall, Season 5, Episode 3. Now, if you haven't caught up on the latest episode of Snowfall, click out of this video because I'm about to spill the tea. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let's have a conversation down in the comment section below, and let's get into the video. Okay, so let's start off with Franklin, who is telling the whole crew that Reed is back in town and Nate is back in business with him. And the crew is like, no, the hell we ain't. And Franklin like, well, yes, the hell we is, because we got to work with whoever the CIA bring along. And that's just that on that, right? And Louis, like, even after everything that he did, you know, your daddy disappeared and she feel like he had something to do with it. Reed did. And Franklin was like, whatever happened to Alton, he deserved. He had coming to him. Ooh, it be your own blood. Child, he don't give a damn, right? So, remember they was trying to get the prices cut down because it's a struggle. And Reed like, nah, we're going to keep the same prices. So, he don't want them to tell Reed that business is struggling right now. Because he need Reed to need him. Child, Franklin, what we doing? So then he go tell his soon-to-be baby mama, like, you know, Reed popped up on me and blah, blah, blah. And she like, okay, well, how you feel about that? Like, what you feeling? He don't know how to feel. And even she like, well, did you at least ask him, like, what happened to your daddy? Because that wasn't no accident that he just disappeared. And Franklin said he was so caught off guard by him being in there that it just slipped his mind. Little Poe Alton just in the wind somewhere. Probably buried or something. Dismembered. We don't know, child. Anyway, so Franklin had called Reed up to meet. And when I tell you Reed think that he is somebody, he think he is somebody. First of all, he cold as fuck. And he gonna tell Franklin, like, I'm not cutting my prices. Like, basically, he know his worth. He ain't cutting his prices. And that's Franklin's problem. It's him. Because he made himself the middleman in his business. And Jerome and Louis is the problem. Because, you know, he let them have their own little set. And he doing his thing and Leon doing his thing. And he basically tell him the problem is that you let them do their own thing. And you became the middleman. And I'm like, oh boy. Oh what? So he told him like, okay, what's going on? Like, do I really got to ask you, like, what happened to my daddy? And when I tell y'all, Reed just sat there and lied and lied and lied and lied. Boy, we seen you in the room. We knew it was you. And he's talking about, you know, it could have been 100 people who was after your mom and dad. When they touched down in Cuba, they were targets. And your daddy was a high-level target. And boy, so he said that he ain't do it. But Franklin like, But he is a Black Panther. So when they tried to, like, use him and, like, flip him and, like, use him for information and stuff, and Reed was like, yeah, unless he resist or he didn't cooperate, it could have went either way. He might be in a Cuban jail. Boy, you know he is not in jail. He is not in jail. And then he like, but you know, your daddy wasn't in your life, and then he came back in your life, and he betrayed you, like, do you really want to have him around? You know what I'm saying? Trying to plant that seed in his head. And he like, I swear I had nothing to do with his disappearance. And Franklin just like, okay, don't ever in your life come back to my house, my place of business, or nowhere else where I ain't expecting you. And I was like, okay, baby daddy, let his ass know, because he getting a little too comfortable. Okay? A little too comfortable. Now, later on in the episode, because I thought Franklin was slipping a little bit, but he ain't really slipping like that. He's slipping, but he trying to get back up. He fell, but he's trying to get back up. So, he had went to do a drop with Casavo. Y'all remember him, Casavo. And it's a drop that Reed has set up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need y'all to make this drop. And Franklin, when he get there, he looking around like, damn, what kind of spot is this to make a drop? It's like an abandoned warehouse parking lot and there ain't nothing out there. So he started questioning Gustavo, like, did you set this up? Like, did you know Reed was back? Like, it's weird. Like, Grady just disappeared. And then he look around and he noticing like, damn, this is just a random spot. So he figured out that Reed was setting them up to see what they was going to do and say. Because Reed is in one of the windows listening to them. And he got binoculars watching them. So Franklin like, but you know what? Grady wasn't no good boss anyway. He was going to take us down anyway, right? So he started playing along. And I was like, okay, baby daddy, I see you. I see you, baby daddy. So you ain't stupid. I take that back. Please forgive me. Right? So then Franklin, he got this suspicion. So he went back to the drop spot like the day after. And he just wanted to look around and see like, is it like, what was he tripping or not? So he investigated. And baby, he done found the chair that Reed was sitting in that's faced right to the car where they was parked at. And he ain't stupid, baby. He know. Now, the last scene, Franklin pissed me off. And I'm getting season 4 vibes from Franklin, like larger than life. I'm better than you. I built this brick Franklin, right? And he telling Jerome and Louie like, he don't want to talk about Reed. He don't want to hear nothing else about these damn prices. They need to come back and be a part of his crew. They just need to come and be one because Reed was right. They is the problem. So he agreed that he made himself the middleman. And Louie like, well, I'm not trying to lose my life getting caught up in your bullshit because y'all know she had got shot for Franklin or whatever. Right. So he like, you the one who wanted to break away in the first place. Jerome ain't want to go nowhere. And Jerome was saying stuff, but he wasn't really saying much, right? And so he like, well, what do you want, Queen Louie? Like trying to be sarcastic. And she like, I don't want to be under nobody's thumb. And he looked at her ass and told her ass, baby girl, well, I'm sorry. Sorry to you, Miss Ma'am. But everybody got to answer to somebody. And he got to answer to the man who is responsible for his daddy disappearing and the man that worked for the CIA and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, God damn, that's a lot. So what I got from all that is, baby, you scared of Reed. He's scared of Reed. And he basically threatened Louie and was like, I'm letting you know right now, like, I'm going to work with the CIA as long as they need me to. And I'm not trying to die. Okay, I want to be able to live and enjoy my hard work. And just so you know, I'm prepared to do whatever it takes so that nobody gets in my way. And I was like, and cut and scene. Because Franklin, I'm going to need you to take a chill pill. Relax. Relax. We know you scared of Reed, but baby, don't take that out on everybody else. I'm going to need you to go plot and plan. Get your ducks in a row, get your shit together, and come back anew. All right. I'm over it. Baby daddy, let's move on because that's just that on that. So let's get into Jerome and Louie because they really carried the episode this week. So they are tasked with having to tell they people that the prices are not going down. Okay, they staying the same. And you know, one of their partners is Scully. Y'all remember Scully? Crazy ass Scully, batshit crazy Scully. And his right-hand man had came to the meeting and was like, you know, Scully not going to be happy about this. Y'all better hope, pray, and wish, you know, wish upon a star because it ain't looking too good. And they had pulled guns out on Jerome and Louie and everything. And Jerome like, okay, y'all need to fucking relax. Relax, sir. Okay? You're not the boss. But the dude Mello, he's Scully right hand, but he want to be the boss. He think he the boss. But wait on that, okay? So he had called them after the meeting, Mello, and was like, Scully want to see y'all. And Scully in the background of the phone call, ranting and raving and shouting out Bible verses. And the whole time he doing this, he finna slice a nigga head off with a samurai sword. So I'm like, okay, this nigga still ain't changed. He's still crazy as hell. He scares me. Okay, I'm just gonna admit it. So they like, oh shit. So they pull up to the jets, the projects that is. So they pull up to the jets. And as soon as they walk up, it's 3 dudes butt ass naked and they got signs. One say Judas, the other one say thief. And I'm like, okay, what the hell he got going on, child? Like, I just wouldn't have went in. But they went into apartment 20 and Scully is in there, baby. He got a whole birthday party set up because his daughter, y'all remember the daughter that Leon killed last season? Poor baby, rest her soul. her birthday is tomorrow, so he can prepare for that. But you finna commit murder, like, right there. Anyway, so he like, y'all didn't keep y'all word. It's 10K a bird, and that's how it's gonna stay. Child, Louis was like, okay, fine. And I would have did the same thing, because sis, he was ready to slice and dice. And he was ready to slice and dice. The dude that he was finna slice and dice, he sliced his ear off. Yes, he did, because he said he didn't listen to what he told him to. So if you slice his ear off, how he gonna... Anyway, because how he gonna hear you now? So Louis and Jerome leave, and they like, Scully getting worse. He off the rails. He going off the deep end. We can't really control him or contain him. Like, I don't know. So they're like, but did you see Mello? Mello itching to be boss. So we gonna use him. They trying to flip him to turn on Scully, right? So they like, okay. They know that he like this little stripper girl. So he was at the strip club, and the little stripper girl, his little favorite little stripper girl, was there seducing him like, oh, I heard you work for so-and-so and you his right hand. And he told her, baby, I ain't nobody right hand. I'm the boss, right? And he stunting in front. Lil Wayne stunt like his daddy, right? And he throwing money, and he doing this and he doing that, right? So they're like, oh, okay, got him. He think he that nigga, right? So... boom, the stripper go back like, yeah, he think he a boss, like he ready, he want to take over, right? So he had called Louis and Jerome. Now, child, it's a cold world. He called them, and he was like, so just so y'all know, after the next deal, like after he get the work, Scully is gonna kill y'all, because he think y'all fake, basically, right? And he was like, but what if we kill Scully first? Mello is saying this, his right hand's man's. So he like, but what if we kill him first? Nobody like him. They ain't gonna miss him. Ain't nobody gonna share no tear. He gotta go, right? And so he like, he gonna be at his psychic house tomorrow at noon, but he can't be the one to do it. Louis or Jerome gotta do it, right? Because he can't run the kingdom and be tied to the king's death. Child, they was like, oh, okay, let's set that up then. So they set it up. And they go to his psychic, right? They go to his psychic house before he get there. Because they scared, like, what if she like, what if she really is psychic and tell him, like, oh, people trying to kill you. So they went to his psychic house, right? And they was in his psychic house. And then he pulled up. As soon as he closed the door, Louis and Jerome had, guns at his head. And they was like, yeah, we know that you was going to kill us after the next drop. And just so you know, Mello want to take a shot at the throne. He can't do that with you there, right? And then it went on commercial. But when it came back from commercial, I'm like, okay, what's going on? Because this Snowfall, baby, we be seeing the death scene. So I ain't seen no death scene. So what had happened? So they back at the club. When they came back from commercial, they was back at the club, Louis and Jerome. And I'm like, okay, what's tea? Okay, so I know what's up. Anyway, so Mello come, and he got two other dudes with him, right? And he like, well, is it done? Because I ain't seen nothing on the news. I ain't heard none. The streets ain't talking. Like, the police scanners quiet. All of that. So Jerome like, baby, we not no rookie. So he like, okay, well, I'm going to need something other than y'all word before y'all get this money. Because they need 100K to do that. So they give Mello Scully necklace, which is a picture of his daughter, right? And this is something that he will never take off. So Mello believe it, right? And he like, yeah, it's going to take me a few weeks to start running things because, I got to play my part. I got to get my, he got to get his acting skills up. Baby, the door open. Child. Scully heard everything. Heard everything and snapped the man neck right there in Louis' office. I said, yes, I knew it. Knew it was coming. And then the other two dudes that was with him, he took them to the White Room so he can, torture them because that's what really was finna happen. And at that point, I was like, shit, I'd rather him have snapped my neck because they finna go through hell. They is finna go through hell. And so Scully was like, why y'all didn't take my life? Like, why y'all ain't kill me? And y'all remember when Louis was in the hospital and Scully was finna kill her, but she talked him down. It was like, we got to stop this cycle. Well, they really bonded. And she was like, it's a cold world, but that day in the hospital, we found warmth. And they really trying to form a relationship and a bond with him. But, he crazy as fuck. So he was like, you know what? Whatever y'all want the prices to be, that's what the price is gonna be. I'm gonna chill out on y'all. Y'all can keep the money. And yeah, like, he just grateful that they some real ones, because they some real ones. You know what I'm saying? But side note, before we go, like, y'all remember last episode when Franklin had killed Rob because Rob was on that shit and whatever? He was like, once they come on that shit, you can't trust them no more. Baby, it's episode 3 and Peaches still got this cold and he just sniffling and coughing and shit everywhere. And I'm just like, baby, I understand colds, but Peaches, yeah, you acting a little suspicious. Like, you might be on that shit. Because when he killed Rob, Peaches was like, oh my God, like, you killed him because he was on drugs, and he like shook. So you done killed a lot of people. You done seen Franklin kill people. Why you shook about this one? Because you know you might be next. Because I think Peaches on that shit, and I'm just gonna say that. But anyway, y'all, that's it. We're gonna have to wait till next week for, you know, more. But yeah, it's your girl Cindy Renee, and I'm out of here, y'all. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment down in the comment section below, and I'm out of here. Peace.